What's up, guys? It's Sunshine Coasters, and today I will be bringing you the next roller coaster for Carowinds. Carowinds is a great park. It's in the fastest growing city in the country of Charlotte, and it's also a fast growing park. It actually crosses North and South Carolina, the park itself. So let's get right into it. So here are my current next coaster videos. If you want to check some of these out afterwards, I've done a few for Six Flags. I've done a few for Cedar Fair, including Carowinds, of course. I've done one for Dollywood and Hershey Park as well. So, yeah, afterwards, if you want to check those out on my channel. Yeah. So, here are some of the park stats. It was founded in 1973 or opened up. It's been part of the Cedar Fair chain since 2006 with the whole Paramount merger. It currently has 14 roller coasters. It's, which is a pretty good number. It covers 407 acres, which is larger than like Cedar Point, Kings Island. And it's located in Charlotte, North Carolina, as well as parts of South Carolina. It's kind of weird, like it crosses the border. Here are the last 5 coasters. And last year they got Copperhead Strike, the Mack multi-launch coaster. It's a pretty good ride. 2015 they got Fury 325, the B&M Giga Coaster, 325 feet tall. It's a great ride. 2010 they got B&M Hyper Intimidator. 2009 they got a Vekoma Boomerang, Carolina Cobra, and in 2004 they got Nighthawk, the Vekoma Flying Coaster. So here are the park's current coasters. They got a B&M Giga Coaster, a B&M Invert Coaster, a B&M Hyper Coaster, a Vekoma Flying Coaster, a Vekoma Boomerang, a Mack Multi-Launch Coaster, an International Coasters Wooden Coaster, an Aero Corkscrew, an Aero Mine Train, a PTC Family Coaster, a Family Coaster, a B&M Stand-Up Coaster, a Wild Mouse, and a Vekoma Family Suspending Coaster. Overall, it's okay. Obviously, Fury, Intimidator, as well as Copperhead Strike, Afterburn, are great rides. And then the rest of them are either okay or, like, they're like okay. I mean, no one really likes the Vekoma Flying Coaster or Vortex, this B&M Stand-Up Coaster, and the Aero Corkscrew, and yeah. So their lineups. They have, like, a few great coasters, like 4 top-notch coasters, and then the rest of them are, like, eh. So I think Carowinds' next coaster will be, I'm saying a 30% chance of a spinning coaster. Some of the pros, last few coasters were high thrills. Actually, like, all of them were, I mean, from all 5 of them. A flying coaster, that's pretty intense. A boomerang, kind of intense. Intimidator, the B&M Hypers aren't as intense, but they're still, tall and stuff, and, yeah. Fury, of course, that's a crazy ride, as well, and Copperhead Strike is taken down a little bit with those inversions and all that stuff, yeah. They take up a very small amount of space, a few hundred square feet, or, and they aren't that big, and they pack in a punch, in that small amount of space. And also, they're a good supporting ride. Like I said, the park has 4 great coasters, and then for the rest of the ride, they don't really have any, supporting coasters. I guess you could say that, Intimidator and Afterburn are, the B&M Invert and the B&M Hyper. But, a cool spin coaster would also be, a good supporting ride. Some of the cons, Cedar Fair hasn't really built any. There's one at Knott, but there's one at Knott, but I don't know if that was part of, when it was part of Cedar Fair or not. I will find that out in my next video, though, which is not. So, yeah. The park has multiple family coasters already. A mine train, they got a Wild Mouse, the Vekoma Family Suspending Coaster, as well as a few others. And, also, I mean, they're dizzying, unless it was, even, the Mack Family Spinning Coasters, they spin a lot. And, Gerstlauer's and Maurer coasters, they spin a lot as well. So, yeah. I'm saying a 40% chance of a Vekoma Bermuda Blitz coaster. Some of the pros, they take up a small amount of space. Also not that big. They provide tons of intense elements. Also, they're very cheap. Some of the cons, Cedar Fair doesn't love clones. Yeah, they really don't. They haven't worked with Vekoma in ages. Vekoma Boomerang and Carowinds, I think that's, one of their last projects. And they had got a similar ride recently. Yeah. They got, and then you're like, what do you mean? Copperhead Strike, it's a coaster that's kind of low to the ground coaster with intense elements, the inversions in the hills. So yeah. Now, before I do go on to my next one, it occurred to me while I am recording this, the last one was supposed to be a 20% chance because the next one is also like a 40% chance. So I know it's a 30% chance, but don't actually believe that. Yeah, no. So the spinning coaster was 20%, not 30, my bad. And then this was 40, as well as the next one. So, and then the other 40% chance coaster is a B&M dive coaster. So in pros, Cedar Fair seems to like them. Valraven at Cedar Point, that was installed in 2016. And then they installed Yukon Striker, which is one of the biggest ones out there. So it must seem to like them. The park has a lot of room for it. Yeah, they definitely do. They could fit it kind of in between Intimidator and Afterburn, and I think it was Woodstock Express, the family wooden coaster. Also, it would help improve the park skyline if it was in the location where I talked about. It'd be taller, and like it would you could be able to see the drop and as well as like the first inversions and whatnot. So I think that would really improve the park skyline. Some of the cons, they're very expensive. Regardless of how big or small the layout is, like take a coaster like a Shikra, for instance, or Shikra at Busch Gardens, Tampa. That's a smaller coaster, but I mean it still costs kind of a lot. Also, the last coasters were very high thrill rides. I mean, like I said, once again, Fury and all that weird stuff. Yeah. Like I said, they already got a bunch of family coasters. And, sorry, I'm just looking at this quickly. Oh, yeah, sorry. And, also, this will mess up other additions for the chain. What's it called? Like this year, Kings Island got Orion, and that was it for Cedar Fair. No other parks got any roller coasters. 2019, they got the B&M Dive Coaster and the Copperhead Strike. So I really feel like even if they got this, it might be one or two of the only coasters when they could go for something less expensive, like, the Bermuda Blitz coaster, and then add 2 or 3 more coasters in the chain. So what year will this happen? I think this will happen around 2023 or 2024 with Copperhead Strike coming last year. They had most of their gaps have been 5 years. I think it'll be 4 years this time around because I think Cedar Fair is going to want to invest more into the park. Want to, enhance it all. Yeah. It's becoming a new, feature park, so they're going to want to start investing more into it. So anyways, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, comment down below, and all that YouTube stuff. This video was kind of a little bit of a mess for me. It wasn't my best one, but I will ensure you that my Knott one will be much better, which is coming out tomorrow, I believe. And like that channel, subscribe, check out some of my other next coaster videos, as well as some of my other videos on my channel. So I hope you have a beautiful day. Goodbye.